Okay. Welcome back to Fire Force Anime Review episode number 49. Yes, I do know it's been like 2 months as I've talked about this series. Because I keep forgetting when this thing comes out, because usually I check whenever the anime comes out, but since they ended the thing a while ago, which I haven't heard any announcement about season 3 yet, so I keep forgetting. So, because of that, I have to cover 9 chapters. I thought it was I misread it. Okay. Alright. Starting off with chapter 67, Space Knight. We have this intro. A sea of twinkling stars. The intense battle between dragon and knight continues in the boundless cosmos. Okay, chapter starts off with this weird guy facing toward the sky, and it turns this guy is actually Arthur's father and his mother, along with her siblings. Where the heck they are? Who the heck knows? And then we see that Dragon and Arthur have gone to the frickin' moon. Yes, the very same moon that was seen in Soul Eater. Yes, the very same moon. Yep. And they get there, like, oh crap. Now look, no one here but us, here on the moon. They fight for a bit, and Arthur can't breathe. And then it's like, oh. And Dragon's like, really? That's it? Okay, I guess I'll take a sword and move on. I guess I'll go. And then we have something in a video game. Arthur equipped the star ring. I'm like, what is this? Basically put off video. It feels like an old classic video game. I'm sure Dragon's like, what the heck? So this allows them to breathe in the moon. They're like, okay, interesting. And that's where the chapter ends. Alright. Moving on to chapter 268, the Night King Battle Armor. And for more out of a freaking video game, you have Arthur standing on a bunch of, like, old text. So use it to star ring to simply power himself. Look like he's also, his office disintegrating for some reason. Not really sure why. It just is. Just turns like a fire. And he basically pulls out his swords like, start. Fight. Massive brawl on the moon. And then we cut to Asakusa. Where we see Cone basically wonder what the heck is going on. Yep, we have possibly debut of more doppelgangers. This time it's the captain of Company 7. His doppelganger is coming soon. Interesting. The other person can be choose you. And he's like, in other words, you're saying I might lose? No, not really. And then the chapter ends quite shockingly. We finally see Shira. And then we see, looks like the second pillar. Where look how she's praying for somebody. Praying for somebody. That's the end of chapter 269. Now, chapter 269 itself. We see Vulcan and Lisa. Well, reunite. Of course, basically it's an explanation of what the heck is going on. And then we cut back to fight on the moon between Arthur and Dragon. Yeah, and of course they thought, oh yeah, apparently this fight determines the fate of the planet for some reason. This one battle between Dragon and Arthur. Yep. And then the chapter ends both getting stabbed. Excuse me. Now it continues with chapter 270, What Dwells in the Sword. Yep, and it turns out though Arthur won. Like, oh, I never felt this before. Both close as death could tell. So enough for the end. And of course, Arthur swings his sword, slices that dragon. Dragon punches him, blasts him. And of course, then apparently, like, hits the moon. And Moon's like, oh, yep, beat him. And then it's like, okay. Then of course, Arthur is back alive. And of course, then he finally beats Dragon. Took him long. Took him a long time to finally beat him. And it's like sheer death. Alright, moving on to chapter 271. Hope Lies in Death. Oh, love the image of the Grim Reaper from, actually, Lord Death from Soul Eater. Great to see the guy. Yes. First you see Excalibur from Soul Eater. Now it's the Grim Reaper. Which, okay, that's interesting. I mean, who's next? Maka? Soul Eater himself? Maki, any other character from Soul Eater you got to throw in here? And of course, the various skulls, and of course, then we have the. Apparently, now I reached the conclusion between the fight between Arthur and Dragon. Let's finish this. And of course, they vowed to finish this, like, to the death. And of course, they blast on the damn thing. And of course, then looks like his arms blast off, and that's kind of what chapter 271 was very quick. Yeah, that was quick. Now we're in. Hang on. That was 271. 271 was really quick. And now we have 272, the Night King. Yeah, with this strike. And like, oh yeah, Arthur's our only hope. And of course, they proceed to slice something. It looked like the planet, possibly. And then Dragon's finally defeated. Like you were there. And Arthur starts drifting off into space. And then we have one people from the white class soldiers like, Dragon's lost. Impossible. Like, oh, you managed to haul back the Cataclysm. So Arthur beat Dragon. Good work. Back, right? Of course. Hey, Shearer, how long you keep playing devil? I became Night King. And then he passes out. The rest of you. And then, of course, with a slice, the sister wakes up, and then Shearer wakes up, breaks out of the pillar he was in, and he's like, the world. Yep, and yeah, he's not wearing his shirt. Imagine what the girls will say about him not wearing his shirt. And then we cut to, and we have chapter 273. He is risen. I wonder if that's not the East or whatever. And of course, you have the guy from White Claw. So I don't remember this guy's name. Okay, Dirk Child by member of the party 8th. Yeah, I hope he's like, gag us off for now, but looks like Arthur's defeated Dragon. In here. Spare is. And then, of course, this guy decides to bring down the moon. Yes, bring down the moon. Joker's like, no, up there. The moon. Yeah, the moon starts crashing. Everyone's like breaking. Take cover. Where? Come on, stop, moon. And then, of course, Tabaki tries to stop it. And then it was like, we hereby relieved, of course, the captain of the set company. Looks like everything's about to go. And then, of course, the moon is stopped by a foot. Whose foot? Shearer's foot. And, of course, guys like, the fourth pillar, how? And then Shearer's brother shows up. I got bad news for you. My brother has returned. Awesome. Yep. Moving on to chapter 274, The Savior and the Guardian Angel. Oh, this is so funny. Arthur playing tug of war with the frickin' moon. Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah. And then Sho starts battling this guy. I don't remember this guy's name at all. So, Shearer's holding up the moon. Like, oh, it stopped. He did it. He stopped the moon. Shearer, that was close. I managed to stop it. Doesn't he falling worrying what I have to do? Foolish, it's impossible. And then, of course, Sho battles this guy from the White Clad Sword. I don't remember this guy's name. So, oh. Another time. Good. So, the goodbye. The guy gets sliced. Was that it for him? Because there's martyrs. Yes, his own subordinates. So he killed himself, a bunch of freaks. So what Dabikas bring? And the strongest members of the establishment. And his is like, Dragon is slain, the moon is stopped, but now the shadows of despair are time. Yeah, that becomes more interesting. Now on to finally to the final chapter of this bunch, 275, The Reaper Shears. Of course, the thing you have the cover image is, hey, do you love Tokyo? Sure, where I love Tokyo, sure. It's so funny. You have the cat basically just meditate, like, what's going on here? And he's just back his doppelganger might be nearby. And of course, talking to Lieutenant like Caro. Talk about doppelganger. Shows wondering what the heck. And of course, well, I think now we finally have the captain show up. Shearer basically is here. It's like, Sho's here too. It's like, brother, let me guess, it's not over. The Cataclysm Force martyred themselves to summon new doppelgangers. Let's help together. You need to do what I need to do, brother. What's supposed to be? Put an end to things with the holy meaning, him and the evangelist. And the only Savior can do that. You're really my guardian angel. Everything, including our mother, all of it waits in a dola. Right, can't afford to lose. Go for losing the place I have to come back to. Let's protect this one show. It'll be our final battle of the story. Okay. So then we come to the fifth pillar. Yes, the fifth pillar. He's finally back. And he comes across Kurno. Except this is not Kurno. And of course the guy knows him very well because he's bullying him. And it turns out, yep, this is actually a doppelganger. Yep, which he's surprised that he figured it out. Yep. Gotta say, great chapters. The only one basically I thought was kind of odd though was 271, which is basically just a massive fight scene. Not much for story development there, but still, really good chapters. I give chapters 267 to 275 all a 9 out of 10. Great chapters. As for when I'm going to do the next chapter, well, presumably when next chapter comes out. Okay, so that's it for Cycle Review. Next one's going to be Boruto, and I'll explain why Boruto will be next. Okay, next video. Bye.